Hey folks, welcome back. I'm Dave Keys, and we are live at the Keyesland House of Blues and Boogie, session number 9. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. Those of you that are new to the House of B&B, I'm going to play a song down for you. Today is going to be a song by Reverend Gary Davis, actually. But I'll play the tune, and then I will slow it down, break it down, explain what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, stuff like that. So I got this great overhead camera right here, my buddy Obi, the overhead, and so you can see what's going on down here. So we're going to get it on. It's a sweltering day up here in the New York area, and lots going on in the cities with the pandemic and everything, and all kinds of stuff, and people saying, oh, the city's going down. It's this, all I can say to that is it's the center of culture. It's the center of our lives, really. So I'm going to send this one out to my city, New York City. It's a great Reverend Gary Davis tune called Oh, What a Beautiful City. We will be back. I said, oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. I said, now, oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. Well, there'll be 3 gates to the east, 3 gates to the north, 3 gates to the south. Oh, 3 gates to the west, and every 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. I said, now, oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. Well, if you see my dear old mother, tell her one thing for me. Tell my dear old mother I'm gonna see her in the Galilee. Oh, there'll be 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. I said, now, oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Well, there be 12 gates, oh, to the city. Yeah, the 12 gates to the city. That's right. Great Reverend Gary Davis tune. Those of you who don't know Reverend Gary, incredible guitar player. Really was a street, I think he's from North Carolina originally. And just an incredible style of picking, incredible. I mean, to me, he sounded like a piano player. His hands were so full of music, and he just had a certain style. It was an incredibly full style. And in the 70s, I believe it was, he was basically living on the streets or close to it, but he was playing in the streets. And a lot of younger cats, my dear friend Woody Mann, for example, took lessons from Reverend Gary. And he imparted his style to a lot of young players. You know, Hot Tuna, I first heard his stuff through Hot Tuna, the acoustic Hot Tuna record. And just an incredible amount of songs, you know, Samson and Delilah, Death Don't Have No Mercy, Let Us Get Together. Just a vast library of songs. And it's great to be able to do a song of his. I did a movie, actually. I was involved in a soundtrack of a movie based on his life, which is called Harlem Street Singer, which was co-produced by Woody Mann and Trevor Lawrence. And you might want to check that out, Harlem Street Singer. Great stuff. But let me get on to the music here. So this is an interesting song, very gospel-based, obviously. And I sort of take it in a little bit of a different direction. It's actually, there's there's an A and a B section. The chorus, which is, oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. Oh, what a beautiful city. 12 gates to the city, hallelujah. That's 10 bars. And then the verse is 12 bars, actually. So it's a little uneven, which makes it really cool, I think. But what I do on this tune, I take it, you know, give it a New Orleans feel. So, you know, we've talked about some of these patterns. It's basically just, I'll play it up an octave so you can see it, but that's the bass. I want to touch on today is the use of what we call substitutions. Substitutions. So the way I played it when I performed it was one way. What I just played for you now, and let's just stick to the chorus this time. So it's basically 2 bars of F. What a beautiful city. Oh, 2 bars of C. Then a bar of F, then a bar of B flat, bar of F, then a bar of C, then a bar of F. 2 bars of F, actually. So that should add up to 10. I hope it does. But anyway, what I do is I like substitutions. You know, a 12-bar blues is great, but I like to mix things up a little bit. So on this one, what I like to do is, I'll take it slow. Oh, what a beautiful city. So far it's still the same. So I'm going to do here is what's called a passing tone. Okay, so what I'm doing there, it's like a walk up. So it's an F chord, then an F over an A, then a B flat, then a B diminished, and then this is basically what's called a 1-6-2-5. But you might think it, so it looks a little different because I'm going to play an F, which is the 1, over a C bass. Then I'm going to go to the 6, which is D in the key of F, which this song is in F. Then I'm going to go to the 2 chord, then to the 5 chord, and back to the 1. Okay? So the very end of that, it's called a 1-6-2-5. So it's F chord, D, G, and it can be either G major or G minor, depending on the song, and to a C chord, then to the F. And then what I like to do is this figure which we touched on last week, I think. I'll play that real slow again. It's just down in half steps in the top while keeping the F on top here. So it's, and in the left hand you start on the 7th of the F chord and you just go down half steps also. Great thing to have in your arsenal there. So once again, to the right hand in a minute. Here we go. F over A. See, there's an F over with an A in the bass, then a B flat, the B diminished. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Let me show you what the chords are. So going back to that again. So it's an F7. I got the 7 in there. Then I'm going to play a B flat 7. Now I've showed you the easy chords stripped down. Now let's make them a little more interesting. So here's the 7th, then a B flat 7th with the 7th on the bottom, then a B diminished, keeping that A flat happening there, and then an F, and then I'm going to make this a little more interesting. Instead of it just being a straight 6th chord, it's going to have what we call a flat 9. And the reason it's called a flat 9 is because it's a D chord, okay, which would normally be that chord, but the 9th is one whole step up, okay? So, getting a little technical, but it's basically a 9th and a 2nd are the same. You can look at them in the same way, but for what we call an extension of a chord, you usually would call it a 9th. Okay? But because it's an E flat, it's a flat 9. Yeah. So, here we go. So, B flat 7, B flat diminished, F chord, now D, with the 7 in there also, which is the C, and the flat 9. I'm going to play a G major, a regular 7, a dominant 7. There's your 7th down there. And then another C dominant 7. What's cool, and you see this very often in gospel voicings in particular. There's so the movement is very concentrated. It's within a small area, and this is the way I look at it, at least. And it gives you, it's a subtle way of creating movement. See, everything is kind of sticking right in here. There's not a lot of jumping around up here. sometimes roll this. Kind of cool. It's all just based on the G7, just moving up. I mean, I could try and explain every chord to you, but really, just experiment. See what feels good. A lot of times these neighboring, you know you're playing a G, so going to your pentatonic thing, so it could be any of those notes, except that's the flat third. So, and sometimes I like to throw in this, when you're on the 5 chord and you're going to the 1 chord, even though you're playing a C chord there, you can roll something that's based on the F triad, which will be something like, because you're leading back to the F. So one more time on that. So there you go. And looking at the verse is the chords are, if you see my 4 bars of F, 5, 6, 7, F, C, F. See, so if you see my dear old mama, tell her one thing for me. Tell my dear old mama I'm gonna see her in a Galilee. And there'll be 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah. So let's break down that a little bit. Sits on the F. Sometimes I'll throw in those rolling 6. Tell my dear old mama I'm gonna see her in a Galilee. So there's that same thing again. Movement. It's a quick 1-5-1. So you go, then you go climb up to the 3rd and use that as your pivot point to get you to the 5 chord. And I like to just keep on going. So what I'm doing in the left hand, yeah, I gotta think about it now. I don't know what I'm doing. Dear old mama, I'm gonna see her in again. So I'm going to the C chord, and I just keep walking up, just keep climbing. You have this parallel motion thing going here, which is D in the top, in the right hand I mean, and a D in the bottom, and an E flat, and up to the E, and then resolve it on the F. So, once again, this is combining a lot of different styles. It's combining some of the New Orleans stuff. Whatever I call them, the 6, parallel 6. You have that. You have the sometimes changing your bass note. Even if it's an F chord, you play it over an A in the bass where the 3rd is actually the bass. It gives you just a very open voicing. It's something a little different, and it lets you walk up when you have these figures. The 1, 6, 2, 5. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the tune through. I may just sing it softly, but the point is just kind of to try and incorporate all the stuff that we've been talking about, and I'll do it way under tempo if I can, and we'll see what happens. All right. Parallel 6. Here we go, walking up. 1, 6, 2, 5. I'll play it even slower. That's a cool one. It's the parallel 6, but you break it up. You can only do it at a certain tempo, but when it's nice and slow like this, so that's another nice in F. It's all pentatonic, but you know, gives that kind of country thing there. Then a flat third, doing a flat 6. This is in F, so 6, 5, or sharp 5, whatever you want to call it, but great little fill to have in there. That's another thing, old rock and roll fill. You know, but I played it off the grid a little bit because sometimes you play that. So I played it. So much fun. Oh, hallelujah. Yeah, all right. I just can't help myself. You know, that's what music is about. That's what, you know, especially in times like this when stuff's crazy, man. It's just nuts. And I find great peace in, you know, in playing and doing this for you guys. And I hope you're enjoying it. I don't know what else to say, you know. Just a sucker for doing this stuff. So, anything special you want to hear, please hit me up at Facebook. Please like me at Dave Keys Music. It's my Facebook page, or one of my Facebook pages. And you can also check out other stuff about me on my website, www.davekeys.com. I know I got a gig coming up in Boston. I think it's 9 Wallace at Beverly, Mass. I think it's Sunday the 16th of August. Just had a great gig this past weekend with Papa Chubby. First one in front of real people up at Tony Falco's place, the Falcon in Marlboro, New York. So it was great to see some of you folks, and just going to keep doing what I'm doing here. All right, we're up to session number 9, and stay safe, folks. You know, take care of your brothers and sisters out there. All right, and we'll see you next Monday. Sorry I'm a day late this week, but we'll get back on schedule next week. Peace, everybody. Take care.